So we got breaking news. The New York Giants just signed Jameis Winston to a 2-year, $8 million deal. Now, my immediate reaction to this is kind of sad because I did want Russell Wilson, right? He was my option for the quarterback or backup quarterback position, right, for the New York Giants. But apparently, according to insider knowledge and Bleacher Report, all these different sources, that the options are still open for the Giants, right? This signing doesn't change the fact that they could still go for Aaron Rodgers or I guess Russell Wilson, which really makes no sense. Because if we're in our position to draft a quarterback, and if let's just say we sign Aaron Rodgers, now Aaron Rodgers starting, Jameis Winston's the backup, and you have Tommy DeVito, where you're going to draft a quarterback, well, that's probably going to lead to selecting either Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, and you're not going to get any quarterback in the draft, right? You can't have 4 QBs on your team. You can, but I don't know about that one. So, thinking about that just kind of drives me crazy, that I really do want the Giants to draft a quarterback, but, this just kind of seems like a Joe Shane. If the reports are true, this just seems like a desperate Joe Shane type of maneuver, that you're going to have Jameis Winston as a backup and still waiting for Aaron Rodgers. But now there's other reports with Aaron Rodgers that he's probably going to wait till the draft. He's going to wait till draft day and see what the teams are going to do, see what the Steelers do, see what the Giants do, see what Cleveland does, and all of the different teams, even the Vikings still, even though they say that they're out with Aaron Rodgers, right? The Giants, first of all, just cannot wait that long. But the fact that they are going to do that because they are desperate for a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers is kind of just infuriating to me. A lot of people are happy by this signing. I'm really not, because first of all, Jameis Winston cannot start 17 games for you. It just cannot happen. Eventually, realistically, they should draft a quarterback, and around week 6 to 8, anywhere from 6 to 8, you should have the rookie, either Shedeur Sanders or Cameron Ward, start for you, right? Because you cannot let Jameis Winston start all 17 games. He's not built to do that. He's a turnover machine. Now, sure, you're going to have nice highlight moments with Malik Neighbors, but we're trying to be a good team, right? I want the Giants to be a good team. Jameis Winston was a failed starter with the Bucs, 30 for 30 turnovers, same as his touchdowns. That's not good, right? Your quarterback should not be doing that. And then he goes to the Saints, and he gets benched over a utility tight end, right? They rather have their utility tight end play quarterback over him. Yes, I know he's a quarterback as well, but he still got benched for him instead. And then he goes to Cleveland, and he has a little bit of, a breakthrough. He's throwing some touchdowns, and they have a little bit of resurgence there. But guess what? They didn't win that many games. They're selecting over the New York Giants as of this moment. They are selecting second because Jameis Winston was the quarterback for majority of the season, other than Deshaun Watson. Like what are we talking about? And this is the guy that's going to mentor our rookie quarterback, the guy who has all these different turnovers. Again, he brings great presence. He's a great locker room guy, right? He's going to sort of bring the culture together, which is good. I like that. But again, he is not the starting quarterback for all 17 games. At maximum, it's 8 weeks. Maximum 8 weeks. By then, you start in the rookie quarterback. And, I would have really liked for them to go in the route of getting Russell Wilson and then, going maybe Travis Hunter in the draft. So you have now a wide receiver and you have a nice cornerback. And then you can go ahead and select a Jackson Dart in the second round or whatever. And then you kind of have like a Justin Fields, Russell Wilson type of situation that the Steelers had last year. And you don't have to worry about Aaron Rodgers' nonsense. And you can move forward. And then, hey, if Russell Wilson doesn't really work out or Jackson Dart doesn't really work out, you still have the draft next year to throw a dart, pun intended, throw a dart at the board and select another QB, right? And you would still have Russell Wilson for another year as either a starter or a backup, because he was honestly the better option for these at all the quarterbacks that are available right now in free agency. But at the very least, the positive here is that the Giants did sign a quarterback. Okay, that's the only positive I can look from this. They should not look at Aaron Rodgers still. I do not want Aaron Rodgers. It's over. I don't want him. Now just look forward to the draft. I guess now we have to select a quarterback here. But, you know, there's a high chance that the Titans and the Cleveland Browns might select a quarterback, which might lead us to nothing. And we might just get Travis Hunter, which is fine, but our quarterback position now looks just absolutely abysmal yet again, because JAMEIS Winston is not a full-time starter. And, you know, again, if you had Russell Wilson, this wouldn't be an issue. So now you're going to have to go and look towards the second round for a QB. And, well, that just kind of messes up everything, right? I might talk about that later on, but Jackson Dart in the second round, but who knows? You might get a team that's desperate enough in their first round to go and get Jackson Dart. So who are you going to select at that point? Jalen Milroe? So now you have Milroe and JAMEIS Winston. You know what I mean? So this is a big risk. I think they made a huge mistake. I'm not going to say mistake, but I would have preferred Russell Wilson, because that would have been a much more solid option for not only the season, but also a good mentor for the upcoming QB that we draft for either year. So that's my take on it. You know, at least Joe Schoen signed somebody. Let me know your thoughts, Giants fans. What do you think about this? Is it a good signing? Do you like JAMEIS Winston? Did you want somebody else? Do you still hope that we go and get Aaron Rodgers? What do you think? What do you think the plan is moving forward because of this signing? Let me know your thoughts. Peace.